Hello friends. Okay, today also we are going to deal with higher education system, and this is the last class of higher education system, and the subtopics we are going to discuss today are policies, governance and administration, rights, duties, articles and provisions, and we also discuss some general awareness that we have to discuss about the governance and administration. So I think it's very important area we have to know about it. So we can start our class. Listen to the classes. Okay, first we discuss about the rights. Okay, rights we have in our India. There are six rights we have. Okay, what are the rights we have? That is rights to freedom. That we have the freedom for doing the things. That is first one, right to freedom. Then right to equality. That is another right we have. Next is right against exploitation. If any exploitations are going on, we can move against it. That is the right against the exploitation. The right to freedom of religion. Anyone can take any religion. There is no religious barriers in India. Then cultural and educational rights we have. We have whatever culture we have, we can live in that culture. We can do any kind of educational work. So we have that freedom to do. We can study anything. Okay. So educational rights we have. Then right to constitutional remedies. So what the constitution talk about us, we have the right for that. So these are the rights we have in India. Okay, so we have six rights. You have to study that. Okay. Then duties. What are the duties we have? Okay. So as a citizen of India, we have a lot of duties we have to do in our country. To abide the constitution. Abide means we have to respect the constitution and respect the ideals regarding the constitution. That is, we should be ready to do what the constitution is asking us to do. Okay. The next, we have to respect our flag. We have to respect our national anthem. These are our duties. Then follow ideas of freedom. Freedom. You know what type of freedom is existing in India. So democratic system is here. So we have to follow the ideas of freedom. Then sovereignty is here, unity is here, integrity is here. We have to protect it. So these are the duties for us. Then defend the country and give services. We have to stand for our country. We have to give our services to our country. So that is the other duty of us. Next is brotherhood. We should have a feeling for brotherhood for each and every human beings that living in our country. Then preserve the heritage. What all the traditional things we have to preserve it. That is our duties. Next, to protect the nature. We are living in an environment, so we have to protect the nature we have. These are the duties we have to do as a citizen of India. Next, to develop scientific temper. These are also the part of our duties. Okay, the scientific temper, that is the inventions and all we have to develop. Then to safeguard the public property, what all the things we have, what all the services or what all properties we have outside our house, or common properties are there, or government properties are there. We have to safeguard all that things. We have to protect it. We have no right to destroy them. To strive to excellence, we have to make our country the best. So we have to become excellent, then only we can make our country excellent. To strive to excellence is the another duty. Then education to children, it is our duty that each and every parent has a duty to give education to their children, and the children have the duty to have the duty to be the part of education. The clean the surrounding. These are the duties we have to do as a citizen of India. Next, I am talking about the important articles and provisions we must know, because they ask in the UGC NET exam. So you must know the articles and provisions. You have to by heart it and know what the article is for. Okay. Free and compulsory education. There is free. We know that up to 14 free and compulsory education is the. So Article 45 is the thing. Is the article that gave provision for the free and compulsory education. Then education institutions of minority. The minority community have the right to have the institution, education institution. So there is an article for that. That is Article 30. Next is language safeguard. We know that different languages are in our country. That is, we have heard that is 22 languages are there. So, like that, a different state has different languages. So, we have to safeguard that. For that, there is an article called 29, Article 29, 1. Then education should not deny. That is, according to the Article 29 2, everyone should have a right to get the education. Okay, nobody can deny the education by considering the religion, caste, or something. So everyone should have a right to get the education. Next is government responsible for weaker section. That is Article 46. Okay, Article 46 is that the government is responsible for the weaker section, especially SC and ST. Okay. Next is equality of opportunity. Equality of opportunities, Article 29(1). That is, everyone has the right for each and everything what is happening in India. That is, opportunity is for each and everyone. Then regulate the citizenship law. You heard about single citizenship law like that. We have heard once. So that is Article 11 talk about it. Okay. Then six rights. We have talked about the six rights the first slide itself. That is Article 19 to 20 to talk about the six rights. Okay. The right to education. Right to education is Article 21A. Okay, this I have asked in the exam. So you must know that right to education is Article 21A. Then we have to protect environment, forest, wildlife, all these things we have to protect. For that, Article 48A is the. Then the state emergency, we have the Article 356 and the Jammu Kashmir Special Act. It is the Article 370. We know that it has taken out this act article. That is, this is the article. That is Article 370. Then we should have some general awareness about the government and the policies. Okay, what is that? There is a world longest written constitution is India's. Okay, you must know the world's longest written constitution is India's. Then chairman of drafting committee of constitution is Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. He is the chairman of the drafting committee. That is, drafting committee means the person who will sit together to write the constitution. Okay, so he is the chairman of the Ambedkar. And preamble, what is meant by preamble? There is a at the front of the constitution, constitution written for us, there is a preamble. What is preamble? There is a brief introductory statement giving purpose and principle of the document for what this document is written. So there is an introductory part is that is known as preamble. Okay. Then original copy of this Indian constitution, it is, we can see in the helium filed case in the Library of Parliament of India, we can see the original copy. And we know that somebody has to write it. Okay, manuscript is done by Bohar Ram Manohar Sinha and Nandlal Bose. Okay, these are the two artists. You have beautifully they have done the work and all. Then Prem Bihari Narain Raisada, he's the calligraph it, very beautifully written it. Okay, so this you must know who has written and artistically done the Constitution of India. The time for drafting, how much time it is taken for drafting the articles, laws that is there needed for our country. That is 2 years, 11 months and 18 days taken. Okay, 2 years, 11 months and 18 days I have taken for writing full constitution. Okay, constitution laws. Then constitution it is adopted in 26th November 1949 and it is come to force on 26th January 1950. That is why we have celebrating the Republic Day. 26th January 1950. Then how many articles we have now? It has 448 articles, 25 parts, 12 schedules, 101 amendments. Okay. Then what is meant by directive principle? These are the words related to this constitution. Okay. Directive principle means principle to make a policy. If you are making some kind of policies, there should have some principles behind it. This is known as directive principle. Then in our country it is a bicameral system. What is meant by bicameral? Bicameral means two. Bi means two. Bicameral means Rajya Sabha is there, Lok Sabha is there. Two section is the houses is there. So it's known as bicameral system. Then Indian Council Act, that is 1909. Okay, Indian Council Act come in the year 1909. It is also known as Minto Morley Reform because at that time the Indian legislators get a voice to talk about their matters. During the British time, when they are ruling India, they have given a voice for the Indian legislators. That is Indian Council Act in 1909. It is known as Minto Morley Reform. Government of India Act is come in the year 1935. Then who is not the first citizen of India? That is a president. Okay, first president. Who is the first president of India? That is Dr. Rajendra Prasad. Then the Controller and Auditor General of India. You might have heard such a word. That is Auditor General. He is taking the financial part and giving advices to the government. That is Controller and Auditor General of India. And it come into power by the Article 148. Article 148 gave power to the Auditor General of India. Next, first law officer or legal advisor. Okay, first law officer, we call the first law officer or legal advisor. He is known as Attorney General of India. Who is the Attorney General of India? He is the person who gave advices to the central government. Okay, it is law-based advices is given by the Attorney General of India. He is the supreme power in that. Then Article 76 gave the powers to him. Then Solicitor General, the chief legal advisor is known as the Solicitor General. Sorry. Solicitor General means the chief legal advisor. An Advocate General, you might have heard such a word, the highest law officer of the state. For the state government, the law will be given by the Advocate General. He is the highest law officer. And he is appointed by the governor. Okay, it's appointed by the governor. And highest judiciary is Supreme Court. There are 30 plus 1 Chief Justice for the Supreme Court. That is totally there is 31 Justice are the Chief Justice. That is 30 plus 1 Chief Justice can be seen there. Then Rajya Sabha members, that is 250 is the maximum number of Rajya Sabha members, and it come to power by Article 79. Okay, Lok Sabha members, it is 545. Article 79 give power to the Lok Sabha. We have two houses, so we have the bicameral system exists in India. Next, we must know from where we have borrowed. A lot of things we have borrowed for our constitution. That is what we call its longest written constitution in the world. We have borrowed several things from different countries. So you must know that from where we have received and what all the ideas we have received from different countries. So fundamental rights, okay, fundamental rights, preamble and judicial review. All these things we have taken from USC, that is United States of America. Next is bicameral and single citizenship. All these things we have taken from Britain. Bicameral, I have told you, there is Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha, there is houses, two houses. And single citizenship law, this also we have taken from Britain. And suspension of fundamental rights during emergency. During the emergency time, the rights of the people will be taken away. This is, we have taken this from Germany. Okay, the country Germany. Next is directive principles and president election. How to do the president election that we have taken by from the Ireland. Then federal system. We have a federal system type of systematic democratic system we have. So what we are doing here. And the Supreme Court advisory, all these things we have taken from Canada. Then fundamental duties. Fundamental duties we have. I have told you about the duties and all. This we have taken from Russia. Then election to Rajya Sabha, then amendments. Amendments means those we are changing in the law. That is known as amendments. There is a law is there, and if we make some changes in it, what we call it as, it is known as amendments. Okay, so amendments, all these things we have taken from South Africa. So when we make in the Constitution of India, we have taken all these things from different countries and make it as a beautiful one. And it is one of the best constitutional laws we have in the world. So we have finished the higher education system with today's class, and we will start with a new class on next day. We will discuss with another topic. So you must study whatever things I have given today because it's very important. Articles you have to study by heart, and other things also you must know about it. Okay, rights, duties, all the thing, all this you needed because they will ask questions from this side, and the powers vested on each people that you must know. So I think you are clear about all these topics. Okay, study well, all of you. We can meet in the next class. Okay, good day for all of you. Thank you. Don't forget to subscribe this channel.